Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Um, I know I haven't been around for a while, and I want to explain a little bit about what that is and how this channel is going to change because of it. I'm really excited about this, as you can see. But as we head into 2025, which is the year of the snake, I really want to talk about what that means for you and understanding what your soul is really trying to drive you towards in a very short way, and I'll explain further as we go into more videos as we go through the days. 2025 is the year of the snake, and many people have fears around snakes, and that can bring up a lot of fear or anxiousness around that year being the snake. But I really want you to not focus on that because there is some of that going around in the interwebs. But the snake is actually the essence of the divine feminine. It is her energy. It is the Kundalini energy that rises from the root up through the chakras. If that's something you've experienced, great. If you haven't, that is not anything to get hooked on. It may be not part of your experience this lifetime, and that's okay. But the energy of the snake is so different. She's a shapeshifter. She uses her tongue to energetically feel the world around her. She sheds her skin so easily. But the other thing with the snake is it's super creative. It's think about it. It has no edges. It has no it's not square. It doesn't have any restraints. It is this very streamlined serpent who can move at any angle, um, can um, shift itself so it fits in small places and big spaces. It's so transformative. So I'm going to ask you not to get trapped up in that whole, oh my God, it's the snake energy. It's the year, the the number of the year is a nine, which is an ending, but that does not have to be scary. In fact, from what I've been being shown in my own dreams for the last 3 months, and by the way, I have lots of those and I'll be sharing some more of those. I haven't been good about doing that, but it is time. What is actually being reborn in 2025 is beautiful. Peace, unity, joy, and it really starts with us embracing who we are as souls and stop so much worrying about what's happening or what might happen outside of us, because in doing that, we're draining our creative force and using it to create someone else's narrative and or agenda. If you don't want that, why are you spending time focusing on what might happen? And when you do that, you are telling the universe that you want to see more proof that whatever narrative is happening, and what might happen. And if that brings you fear or anger or powerlessness or this feeling of holy crap, then that is not where we're being asked to spend our energy. You are a creative being, and some people shy away from the word creativity, and I want you to stop it. You were created as a creative being. There is not a person on this planet who is not creative. But we have been taught to believe through the years that creative meant that you had to draw or write or sing. But that's just a small window of what creativity is. Every day you solve problems. Every day you plan your day out, what you're going to do or how you're going to do it and how easily you can get it done. Or maybe you're planning a dinner or making a dessert, or you're planning for your business. Those are all creative things. Anytime you're planning, you're creating. Anytime you're trying to manifest, you are creating. That is who you are at the core. There's no getting away from it. So if you have problems with the word creative, I ask that you do the inner work to figure out why that is, because it will prevent you from being able to access the beauty that I've been able to access over the last 3 months that I am now ready to share with you all, so that you too can be in this peaceful, wavy, joy place, knowing that you are in control, not the outside world. Um, Over many, many, many tens of thousands of years, going back to Atlantis, even Lemuria, We have all made choices. We've experienced events that have created this idea that there's someone outside of us who is trying to prevent us from having what we want. And there's many reasons why we've done this. A lot of it has to do with safety. And because of that, we are still we've forgotten that we created that and that we can now consciously choose to create something different. And that is part of what I'll be sharing over the coming days, weeks, months. Um, this channel is not just about me sharing those things, how I found my true purpose. And this is one of the things that's happened in the last 3 months, how I really am starting to understand my true purposes. Not that energy healing wasn't part of it, because it still will be, but in a very different form than it is now. Because those were all just breadcrumbs to get me back, or maybe a temporary space for me to stay in until I was ready to really see the truth. And the truth really came when I was able to free my mind and free my chakras and so forth and so on within me. Now I have a clear channel, and it's really easy to see what I'm supposed to be doing, what my purpose is. And it has been here my whole life. And I'm going to actually share how that happened and how you can find that as well too, because many of us, I think, have been programmed to stay the hell away from our purpose because it isn't safe. But that's for another time. But this energy of the snake, it's not to be feared. We need to embrace it. This is the energy of that creation, the feminine. And right now we're going through this transition where the world was severely out of balance in many ways. And right now, so if you think of like as a pendulum, like it's swinging like crazy back and forth, that on a ride I would not want to be on, by the way. And right now, the universe and the earth are trying to course correct. And that means this pendulum has to come to a more balanced state. Now, it always will move gently, right? In the middle. These big swings are not in order. The universe always seeks order. And when it's out of order, it will force itself back into balance. And that is what we're currently going through. And in order for it to do this, we ourselves are part of that. We are being guided to come into balance within ourselves. And that means that we really have to allow ourselves to explore the feminine and the masculine and remember how to work with them in union to have balance in our own lives. And when we have balance in our own lives, the world outside reflects balance back to us. You see in the world what you reflect from your inner world. This is why so many people see things entirely different than you. And there's nothing wrong with what they see. It is what they believe within themselves. So that's what they see in the world. So we need to stop trying to get people to see what we see because they don't have what we have. And we need to just see them as a choice as to whether we want to experience or not. And if we don't, then what do we want instead? It's a contrast thing. And we all are on our own unique timelines. There are similar timelines with certain things, but because we're on our unique beings and souls, and we have our own experiences in this life and other lives, and we have our own beliefs, our timelines are slightly different, and they're supposed to be. There isn't just one timeline everyone's supposed to be on. Yes, it might be like a group of timelines that are moving towards a certain result, let's say. But even that is semi-off because what you see and experience in the reality outside of you is based on what you see and believe in with yourself. If you focus, let's say you have a lot of fear, you're just going to manifest things to fear in your reality because that is what you're telling the universe you want more of. And fear has a place. I'm not one of these people who are like high vibe all the time. Yeah, no. That is you trying to not look at your shit. Okay? We don't play that here. If you got fear coming up or anger, you got to look at it. It's yours and you need to figure out why. And you're the only one who can change it. Sorry, I pointed. and try not to do that. And those people or things that make you angry, you're creating because you only see what you feel within you. So if you're angry, you're only going to produce more things that will make you angry. Getting those people to change or punish those people for the things they make you angry for is not going to solve the problem. You're just going to create more people or things to be angry about. That's how this works. Your world does not change outside of you first. It changes within you first. And then the world outside of you changes. This is why there's been such a focus on inner work for, I don't know, like a decade now. So this is a little bit about the snake energy, a little bit about how this channel is going to change, right? So I'm going to focus more on understanding how you can remember your true gifts and understanding how to use your inner world to create the reality that you want. This is, in essence, quantum jumping. When you start to remember how you mastered your inner world, your outside world changes in seconds. It doesn't have to take days or months, it's instantly. But instead of focusing on the how and the when, which are all the, by the way, mind traps again, is how to get into the stream of consciousness that runs through you, which has all the ideas, all the opportunities, the people, the experiences that you want, potentially even more than you even know you want. And when you get yourself into there and you allow your mind to be open to that, you find that sweet spot that you've been looking for, the joy, the peace, the fun, the excitement that you may not have, and abundance that you may not be feeling right now. And the answer to that is not outside yourself. It is within you. And I always knew that, but things weren't working right. So I was very confused. And it was because I worked through all the chakras and really got all of it out. And then I worked with my mind to get it free from all of the thought forms I've had, not just in this life, but in many lives that were preventing me from seeing my truth. And in doing this, some of the things that I've seen is I can totally speak my truth now. I have no problem. I've surprised myself with that a bit. My mind is free. I'm not spending time thinking about things that I can't change, that aren't even part of my reality experience or someone else's, and I have no purpose in them. Okay. So in this channel, I'm going to share more about all of that and how you can access a stream of consciousness. In January, I'm going to start a 30-day free quest for you to also do the same. And I'll explain more about that as we go into the days and weeks and as I make it available to y'all. This is how you quantum jump. You want to have the life that you desire, that you know is yours, then you need to get into the stream of consciousness. And there is where it happens. And I will share with you one way that this has shown in my life. So most of you don't know on this channel because I haven't said anything, but I've been writing my next book, which is a fantasy fiction book. I started in January of last year, and I'm currently in editing. And I was really struggling with doing both, writing and having a business. And part of the reason why the YouTube channel stopped is I didn't have the time or the energy. And I was sitting in meditation, or I wasn't sitting in meditation, I was writing, or I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing something in the creative stream of consciousness. And I heard, if you write, the abundance will come. And I said, okay, well, nothing else has been working, so I might as well do that. And that's exactly what that has happened. As I write, which is right now in editing, first phase of editing, so it's still in its beginning stages. It does not have a name. All of the resources that I wanted came so that I could sustain writing this book, which I know is very important, not just to my soul's development, but to potentially all of yours, because there is a remembering that's part of that book. Fiction, but maybe not parts of it. So you can access the same. But we're so focused on trying to get the money and trying to figure out how to get more and more and more and more. And really, that's not where our focus should be. It should be focused on understanding what our purpose is and following that stream of consciousness. And when you do that, everything else falls into place. The more you focus on trying to get money, the more you tell the universe that you want to struggle with trying to get it. And no one wants that, right? So I'll be sharing more about that and the things that I've seen as I've worked through this. And then I don't know about every day, but I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can where I just come on and share what is going on energetically, any dreams that I've had to understand the energy as it's changing. I will share a lot about the things that I've seen over the last 2 months, and that has a lot to do with reconnecting to Lemuria and allowing ourselves to remember that and heal from what happened there. I'm offering workshop on that because there's no way I'm going to be able to do that in just these little videos and have it make sense. And the last thing is I am going to tap into that stream of consciousness on videos. So I could use tarot cards and that are oracle cards, that may happen, but I also have these really cool dice which have characters, and they're called writer's dice to help you get past writer's block. So I'll be using these as well on videos, and I will record the stream of consciousness that comes through with the different things that come up on the dice. My book is channeled, it's a stream of consciousness. So this is just more of that. And in these videos, I want you to not just listen to the story, but like feel the story, and in that intend to connect to your own stream of consciousness so you can allow it to show up in your life in the way it wants to. It doesn't mean you're supposed to write or do videos. You could doodle for 5 minutes. They don't really care as long as you're allowing that energy to free float through you and you're not thinking about all the things that you need to do. You're just being in the moment. Okay. So that is it for this video. If you have any questions or thoughts, you can put them below. The name of the channel is more likely going to change. I just haven't heard what that's supposed to be yet. It's coming. They just said, do the video, stop waiting. So here I am. But I will try to do them daily. Days I am full on clients. I think full client days, probably not, but I'll try to do my best. Okay. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.